Welcome to another episode, man. First game of the Western Conference Finals. Already got played Oklahoma, Minnesota Timberwolves, and it's just like I predicted the future and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's like it's only when teams are playing the Lakers they want to play crazy because yesterday's game, Minnesota had every opportunity to win that game, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? There were so many chances for them to win that game. You know what I'm saying? And like starting from the beginning of the game, OKC couldn't get shots up. They couldn't make shots. Minnesota was scoring. Randall was going off 20 points in the first half, and Minnesota gonna go to the half. Go into the half with only 4 points, even with the shooting disparity. And what was the cause of that? Turnovers, silly turnovers. And I understand defense had a part to play in that, but man, it was like none of them had handles. Like they try to drive into the lane, just a little tap, the ball is loose. A little tap, the ball is loose. And one of the greatest player to ever play basketball in LeBron James said this. He said, "How you end the half and end quarters matter a lot." You know what I'm saying? And we could see that yesterday. They did not end the half in the right way. They let this OKC score five straight unanswered points. I think going into the half. There's no way. Like Minnesota was supposed to go into the half being up by double digits if they had played how they were supposed to play. And now Rudy Gobert nowhere to be found. But when it was against the Lakers, Rudy Gobert wants to play like Will Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't exact his dominance in yesterday's game. So little things like that, Nash Reed couldn't hit shots. And then another thing that plagued the Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday was the type of shots they took. They were so dependent on the threes. You know what I'm saying? We understand first half there was a little bit more success in shooting the threes. Yes, fine. But second half shots ain't go. And man, there's some shots DiVincenzo took. I'm like, what? I'm like, why would you even take that shot? Like they walk the ball up. They don't even run any play. He just pulls it. I'm like, what? Like, bro, no. Like, I understand you DiVincenzo. You gonna let that motherfucker fly, but sometimes you need to select the right shots, man. And you see what happened as soon as OKC got the opportunity. They squeezed their necks. You know what I'm saying? They didn't let go. And that's how it's supposed to be. You get the opportunity, you have to use like you have to take advantage of the mistakes of your opponent, and that's what OKC did, and that's how OKC was able to stay in the game. They make sure they took advantage of the turnovers by Minnesota. They took advantage of that, and also they made sure they went to the free throw lines. Their shots not going in, but we're gonna go to that free throw line, and that's how they were able to stay in the game. But Minnesota, they could have taken advantage of OKC Paul shooting, you know what I'm saying, early in the game, which you're supposed to. Like, okay, these Marcos, they cannot make no shots. We about to make you pay. We about to make our shots. We're not gonna turn this ball over to give you guys those fast break points that you guys so love to do. We're gonna make sure you guys create your shots from half court. You know what I'm saying? But and that was supposed to be the game plan for Minnesota, but they went away. They went away from it. They turning the ball over, jacking up stupid shots, and just like I said, if you cannot take advantage of those inexperienced moments that OKC tends to display, you're in trouble. Because when OKC finds the opportunity, they gonna explore for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, but well, and Anthony Edwards, there is no way you had 0 points, 0 points in the fourth quarter when your team needed you the most. It ain't so. That's not superstar. That's not a way a superstar plays, man. Like fourth quarter, your team needs you. You're supposed to put your team on the back, especially you, Anthony Edwards. You claim you big dog. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to, and you know what I'm saying? Because you see what Julius Randle did the first half. We knew, you know what I'm saying? No shade to Julius Randle at all, but we knew Julius Randle wasn't going to be able to sustain that for the remainder of the third and fourth quarter. That's when Edwards was supposed to come in. Nas Reed couldn't hit a shot. DiVincenzo was like, what, 3 for 12 or whatever? Man, nah, we can't have that. Can't whatchamacallit? Jaden McDaniels couldn't hit no shots, but when it was against the Lakers, they going 4 for 5, 3 for 4 from threes and just lighting it up, playing immaculate defense, but they couldn't in the first game. Nah, they OKC got to tighten it up. I do believe Edwards has a better game two. But I don't know if OKC is gonna make the same mistakes they made in game one. Well, we're gonna see though. We're gonna see. I guess that's why it's the playoffs. We gotta wait and see what kind of adjustments. This is the Western Conference Finals. We're gonna see what type of adjustments the coaches make. I think for me, I think Edwards. I understand he made the most threes in the regular season, but I think Edwards has to put pressure on that paint on that interior. You know what I'm saying? He has to drive to the paint. He has to pressure the paint, man. He has to drive. He has to draw fouls. He has to go to the free throw line. He has to exact his dominance on this series. If Minnesota is going to have a chance to win this series because we know what OKC is all about. We know what they're all about. You know what I'm saying? We know they can have their little off couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they get settled, they on your ass. Pause. They on your ass like white on rice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna see what type of adjustments they make. Man, good defense from OKC. Caruso, Lou Dirt, man, that game was a defensive game, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of great defensive plays that game. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the game. You know what I'm saying? Even though Minnesota got me mad, you know what I'm saying? They didn't show up the right way. But yeah, I guess we're going like I said, we're gonna wait for game two, see how they respond. And yeah, tonight is the New York Knicks going up against Pacers. Yeah. If the New York Knicks find a way to win the series and make it to the finals, man, it's gonna be crazy. You see what they did after they made it to the conference finals? Man, you see what it did to Brian Windhurst? Nah, ain't no way you throw trash in that man, man. That man was just giving his opinion on the game. He was just being an NBA analyst. He was just doing his job. But man, they throwing trash in him. And man, kudos to Brian Windhurst, man, for just staying calm in the moment. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let it get to him. You know what I'm saying? He was just cool. You know what I'm saying? He was just cool as a breeze. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, man, the New York Knicks make it to the NBA Finals, man. The world ain't gonna hear it. The world is not gonna hear it. And then if they win the NBA Finals, I'm gonna have to turn off my internet. You know what I'm saying, for like 2 years because they're gonna be going crazy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning to another episode. We're gonna come back after this New York and Pacers game one. We're gonna react to that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Make sure you guys share this video as well.